Hey everybody, it's Dave here. Before we get started with today's video, I just wanted to take a second to thank some of our newest YouTube exclusive members, and they are Rusty Shackelford rejoining us at the executive producer level, and Suzanne Lanza. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot to us. I'd also like to thank a couple members that have just recently hit the 1-year mark of membership on YouTube. We've got Armando Montalongo, John Simpson, and Fat Boy. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do that by clicking the join button at the top of the channel page. It's just a couple dollars a month and it goes a long way in helping us keeping this content coming to you. Today's video is brought to us by our friends at Coyote Run Ranch. If you're near Tombstone and looking for a custom horseback riding adventure like the one you're about to see in this video, give them a call, Coyote Run Ranch. And now on to today's video. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Desert Sky Adventures, and welcome back to the Fairbank Ghost Town here in southeastern Arizona, where today the guys and I are once again setting out on horseback from the ghost town in a northwestern direction, this time in hopes of reaching the former townsite of Contention City. You saw our last horseback adventure. We did not make it all the way to Contention, so at the time we didn't know exactly where it was, but today we have a better idea, so we're going to hit the trail, and of course we're inviting you to come along with us.
So this time we're going to make it all the way to Contention.
Yes, sir. Or die trying.
Or die trying. Hopefully not. That would be pretty grim. So we are once again heading out on the San Pedro Trail, the opposite direction this time. Mr. Paul back there thinks he knows the exact way to get to Contention City. So we're going to find out in just a little bit.
We're not lost. We're right here.
Contention City, or just Contention, is a ghost mining town in Cochise County. It was occupied from the early 1880s through the late 1880s in what was then known as the Arizona Territory. I've never been there before, but I've heard from people that have that there are very few remnants of the boomtown, which was settled and abandoned with the rise and fall of the silver mining in the area around Tombstone. Contention City, named after Ed Shefflin's nearby mine, was originally established in 1879 on the bank of the San Pedro River as a milling site for silver mined from the Tombstone area mines, including the Contention and Grand Central mines. Mills were constructed along the San Pedro River in Contention City, as well as Charleston, due to a lack of water needed for refinement in the immediate vicinity of the mines. The town is the setting for the finale of the 1957 Western 310 to Yuma and its 2007 remake. Wyatt Earp and his family are shown catching a train from Contention in the 1994 film Wyatt Earp. The Contention City Post Office was established on April 6, 1880. At its peak in the mid-1880s, the town was home to John McDermott's Saloon, the Western Hotel, blacksmith and butcher shop, and several general stores, and a Chinese laundry. The day after Morgan Earp's assassination on Sunday, March 18th, Deputy U.S. Marshal Wyatt with Assistant Deputy James Earp and a group of friends brought Morgan's body to Contention for transport back to the family home in Colton, California, where Morgan's wife waited to bury him. The next day, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday left their horses in Contention in 1882 and rented a wagon to transport the wounded Virgil Earp and his wife Al to the railroad station in Benson. A significant part of Arizona's history is tied to the old town of Contention, so to get there, we set up on horseback and follow the San Pedro Trail into the riverbed, just as we did during our previous attempt. Only this time, we are hell-bent on making it to the location. And since we're heading into territory that I've never explored before, I decided to film as much as I could along the way.
Now, that's interesting. That's on purpose right there. Rock stacked up right there. Right there.
Is that the same horse that you were riding in the movie? Yep. Yeah.
Today we're being joined by a few extra riders, one of whom happens to be our friend Travis, who you might recognize if you happen to have seen our 10-time award-winning short, What Must Be Done. He played the part of lead bad guy Mike Walker.
Everyone take cover. I'll be damned if I let some small podunk sheriff. No, I messed that one up.
Still rolling.
Still rolling back to Gunner.
That's right.
Gunner here.
That's
Happy
right.
to see Dave again. Oh, for that fact, so much.
Well, thank you.
It's a good day.
It's a good, yeah, I was about to say, it's a good day.
Good day.
A good place to be.
Contention City is today part of the San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area maintained by the Bureau of Land Management. I suppose you could hike there, but why hike when you could take a horse?
Because we passed the Grand Central way back there.
As soon as this thing goes up and starts turning to the left, contention will be on your right.
Over here, Paul. They dropped off a bottle of Clorox. Clean up your act. Clorox. Right over there. See that little sign thing?
Yeah,
That's got to be it.
According to our GPS, we are now approaching the area that would have been downtown Contention City.
What's this, open pit?
Probably.
Oh.
A lot of little cans there.
From here we could see the site of the former Contention Mill, so we decided to ride over there and take a closer look.
There's a piece on Dolby Wall here.
We know from the last video that all of these mills were connected by telephone sometime in 1881. That could be an old telephone pole in the lower right-hand side of the screen.
Yeah.
That old hood. You know, like for smoke hood.
Yeah. That's a cactus, watch out. Oh, look at that. There's a piece of foundation.
Yep.
Cool. Back the way we came, yes. We'll turn back around, but it's cool to see this.
Yeah, it is.
The contention is
Pit
supposed
stop.
to be over there. Yep.
Over where? Yeah, we'll go back that way. It was just cool to see the mill.
Oh, looks like my trough at home.
Now don't get out,
No, we're not gonna go in there. Well, Contention Mill. Turn around so I can see what's going on.
You're watching a mountain goat. Film that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not following. We're not following. Pretty close.
Jump! We'll make you famous.
Howdy ho.
Oop. Careful.
Travis.
Not his first rodeo.
Yeah, I know. See, Jack's gotten fat and old. He'll look at him when I said that. Did you see that? Who you call fat and old? Yeah, he looks the easy way out now.
What are you doing, Betty?
Regulators.
Beyond the ruins of the Contention Mill and the many metal objects on the ground, there's very little evidence that a town was ever built here.
Yeah,
Mill peters out.
that's probably what they used to get all the ore up there to the top.
Yeah, and we're going that way. It's over that way.
There's a trail here.
No.
That's hard to believe, you. That could be something right there, though. Used to be.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and say that we made it.
We made it to Contention.
And it makes perfect sense because if the town site's here,
Yeah.
the mill location's right there.
Yeah.
Yep, even my off-road thing says we're slap in the middle
Is
of
that
it.
the Onyx?
Yeah.
That's what I meant to look up.
There's a small trail going up that direction, up north there, northeast. So there's different pottery Native Americans normally make, and then trade it to the White Eyes, townspeople for different goods. See, that's a good chunk right there too.
Yep, those are old.
Definitely that old town site.
According to GPS, we are now right on top of the area that used to be the Contention Cemetery, but other than this
There's a
cross-looking piece of wood, there's almost no indication the cemetery was ever here.
I know, we're heading back.
Contention would suffer the same fate as many other silver mining towns in the area. It was nearly abandoned by 1890.
Yeah.
And now that we've seen what's left of the Contention townsite, there's nothing left to do but make the trip back to Fairbank and call it a day.
Oh.
Gotta run into that shit.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up today for our trip out to Contention City, but I do hope you enjoyed the ride along. If you did, do us a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Those things really help us out and they don't cost you a thing. Again, thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, until the next video, we'll see you down the road.
Well, Paul.
Travis, next time you bring somebody to ride with us, you make sure they don't talk so damn much.
I could talk a lot, man.